Now, sometimes you'll come across a piece that consistently has the same sharp or same flat, like B flat or F sharp. Instead of writing all of those sharps in every measure, we have a shortcut, a key signature. So here's our clef, here's our time signature, and the key signature goes between those. A key signature basically consists of a few sharps or a few flats, never a combination of sharps and flats. It's one or the other. This sharp is on the F line, and this sharp is on the C space. So all of the Fs in the piece are sharp, and all of the Cs in the piece are sharp. So here's what it's supposed to sound like. And if we accidentally don't read our key signature, this is what it could sound like. That's a big difference, so it's really important to be able to understand your key signatures. Now, the sharps or flats in a key signature come in a specific order, which makes it a little easier to read. The order of the sharps is F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, and B sharp. And the order of the flats is B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, and F flat. You can remember the order of the sharps using the mnemonic device Father Charles goes down and ends battle. And you can remember the order of the flats by battle ends and down goes Charles's father. And now you'll notice F is the first sharp and is the last flat. B is the last sharp and the first flat. The order of the sharps is the same as the order of the flats, but they're just backwards. And that's why I like that mnemonic device, because it goes both ways as well. I'm actually going to try to draw a treble clef this time. That wasn't awful. So let's say we have 3 flats in our key signature, and if you know the order of the flats, you know that those 3 flats are going to be B flat, E flat, and A flat. And let's say we're going to play this. If we just don't look at our key signature, this is what we'll end up with. If we pay attention to our key signature, we'll play this. So an easy thing to do when you're starting out is when you get a piece of sheet music, just write out the names of your sharps or flats, and then maybe write a sharp or flat next to all of those notes, or circle them, or do whatever helps you. So we have an E flat here, an A flat here, and we made notes to remind ourselves. And then here we would have a B flat, but there's a natural sign, so we just play a regular old B natural. For this next one, we have 1 sharp in the key signature, so we know it has to be F sharp. Here's what we have written. Now the thing to pay attention to here is we have a natural for this F, so no sharp on this, and then for this next F, we have to write a sharp again. Even though it's in the key signature, the natural would carry through the rest of the measure, so if we didn't write the sharp here, it would still just be F natural. Sometimes we write sharps or flats or naturals even when we don't need to. Those are called courtesy accidentals. They're just there to remind us of what's going on. So maybe if I'm writing this piece for a beginner, in the very first measure, I would write F sharp, just to remind the player that we have an F sharp in our key signature. Sometimes you'll see them in little parentheses, just to show that this is a courtesy accidental. We can also have sharps and flats that are unrelated to the key signature. So here I have a key signature full of sharps, and while I can't have any flats in that key signature, I can certainly have flats in the rest of the piece, and I have one here, a B flat. So here is what I have written with my flat here and my natural here. This natural is more of a courtesy accidental. Because I'm at the start of a new measure, I don't really need it, but it's helpful to remind the performer. And in case you were wondering, you can totally have a piece with no sharps or flats in the key signature. So if you don't really see a key signature, there's no sharps or flats in there that you have to worry about, but there still could be a sharp or flat later in the piece. And that's about it. As always, there will be at least one practice video, but for now that's all I have for you. Have fun, bye!